Come October 1st, the governor's reorganization plans will make major waves as the Chamorro Land Trust Commission and the Guam Ancestral Lands Commission will be merged into the Department of Land Management. As announced Wednesday at a press conference, Governor Cabo officially approved the reorganization of the land agencies with Chamorro Land Trust Commission Administrator and new Director of Land Management Monty Mofnas in hand. Using reorganization plans of past governors as guidance, the administration decided to reorganize the government one service mission at a time to alleviate any difficulty. Former Department of Land Management Director and freshman Senator Chris Duenas says he saw the potential while at Land Management and introduced legislation early in his term relating to a consolidation. He says that this will be a model and a template of how to reorganize the government in the future.
This reorganization allows to really truly allow land management to set up those subdivisions so that people can realize the efforts of home ownership, multifamily dwellings, and the sky's the limit from here. This is a set of agencies that really have all the key components in terms of bringing in revenue to the government. So I think we have to be a little careful on just looking at what kind of slashing happens in agencies that are vibrant and actually are going to generate their own revenue.
The first step in the governor's reorganization plan begins with identifying redundancies and eliminating them, consolidating functions, services, and resources, and eliminating duplicated costs such as rent, utilities, travel, and training. Mofnas says this reorganization will have a cost savings of over $250,000 right off the bat. He added that benefits included reduced manpower and a push to utilize the information technology to streamlining operations.
Where eventually we can go on the internet in virtual reality and access all documents appertaining to land. And our dream is to set up a one-stop service for scanning, indexing, copying, and creating redundancy for all the confidential files of Chamorro Land Trust and Ancestrals.
Mofnas adds that come next month, they'll all make the best use of the land management office floor area, but will eventually break ground on its own building in Hagåtña, set to be complete in about 2 years. The reorganization is just the first phase of the process. In addition to identifying redundancies, there will be an immediate elimination of 6 positions, including Deputy Director of Land Management, Administrative Director of CLTC and GALC, a private secretary position, engineering aid position, and a land abstractor position. He adds more positions will be soon follow as well. The first layoff and position eliminations are at the highest levels of the land services programs and will ensue the same process moving forward with the other services and programs. Calvo says at the end of fiscal year 2012, he hopes to not have an increase in the deficit, but rather a balance or a surplus.
I'm not going to sugarcoat this. If there's going to be a cut in personnel, or there's going to be a cut, like, let's say, on increments, I don't think any employee likes that. Some people who unfortunately may have to lose their jobs, but there's an understanding of the reality of where this government's at.